This is my second time trying to read my own work, and you know when you write something and then you're like, that doesn't even... What? Anyway, DK's here to protect me this time, and it's called I'm Not Ambitious. Subtitle, please learn from my mistakes. My Substack is Hyperfixation It Girl. Have to really be diligent with that pronunciation. Okay. Yeah, but follow me there because my writing is good and I love it. I only have 2 things on there. It's good and I love it, but it needs to be spoken. So, yeah, I guess here we go. Here we go. Thank God I've never been ambitious. I've spent most of my life comparing myself, as I'm sure we all do. And thanks to my hormones, my comparison game kicked off strong in high school. I was virtually non-existent in my institution, a school dedicated to impressing the community with its factory-like production of sharp minds and acceptance letters from the top 25 universities. Amidst the soccer stars and AP teachers' pets, some of whom were my closest friends, I was classified as average quite early on. Sure, I had an abundance of social skills. Kindness, teamwork ability, and empathy for miles. But none of that really mattered. Unless you could prove your archaic ability to memorize formulas, my school was not interested in who you were. Our collective strive for academic success was inbred. Kids bragged about grades and worked hard for their dreams of Stanford and Pepperdine. And I never questioned it. I mean, how could I? The stress to achieve was soaked into the grass of our campus, our feet sticky with the expectations of old money parents drenched in white privilege. My peers cared deeply about their grades, extracurriculars, and future college prospects. Some were driven by overbearing parents, unwilling to release the wheel, but others weren't. Some were simply influenced by the reputation of the school itself. Honestly, the origin of the achievement behavior never mattered to me. What bothered me was my own disinterest in the game. The truth shone like the sun. Not only was I average, but I had no desire to achieve. It wasn't as if I didn't have dreams. I was constantly flooded with things I wanted to do. None of them involved academic success. College was never a personal goal of mine, and working in an office sounded actually asinine. But when you're young, wanting something different is dangerous. It takes a brave soul to stray from the path that smarter adults claim for you. Unfortunately, I wasn't brave enough to trust myself. This lack of trust in my intuition started an entirely new journey. I graduated high school just fine and moved on to my local community college, which, if you must know, was not an admirable move in my hometown. I remember participating in our school's college day. Private universities were granted the theater, UC's the gym, and community college was kindly granted the private room to the side of the library. It barely fit 20. I could have attempted applying to a UC or a private school, but truthfully, I never made an effort. I didn't mean to ignore the signs, but my mind went blank the minute teachers began discussing college prep. I never had any interest in the much advertised road to university. The university experience wasn't something I yearned for. That was, of course, until everyone else started doing it. I remembered the exact moment my mind changed. A friend received her first acceptance letter. As she read her letter out loud with glee, I was dumbfounded. I felt all my hair stand on end as my life flashed before my eyes. The thought processed instantaneously. My friends were going to leave me. And it was all thanks to my lazy, dreadful lack of ambition. The next few years were hard. Finishing school was a challenge, and I did it for reasons I still don't understand. This May, I graduated college, something I never wanted to do. Since then, I've discovered quite a lot about myself. My bravery has swelled and my intuition sharpened. Yes, college was never my dream, but it taught me an indispensable lesson. Your desires, despite their disconnection from capital safety and traditional routes, are indisputably valid. Your wants, dreams, and wishes are what make your life force essential to the world. Doing something I didn't have any interest in for 6 years of my life left me disappointed and disconnected from myself. I envied those who could chase after their dreams. I had, in not following my own wants, placed loose shackles around my wrists and ankles. All I had to do was shake and they would fall to the ground. I could escape whenever I wanted, but this invisible force of responsibility held me. Today I realize that for 6 years I've let this monster of who I should be, a creature formed from the tar of societal expectations and fire of fear, control my every action. An internal beast who limited my success. This thought isn't new, groundbreaking, or shocking. Many of you know this, but it is a truth so understood that until you discover wisdom on your own, the wisdom of others is useless. We must learn our own lessons. We must travel our own paths. Do I wish my high school self would have listened to her desires, wishes, and wants? Yes. Would she have listened to me? No. The happiest people I know do whatever they please, ambitious or not. And from today on, no matter who surrounds me and what ails me, I plan to do just that. And I hope you do too. I love motivating myself. Mwah!